There is a new show coming to Saturday mornings here on AZTV 7, and it's Neighborhood Ventures, and we're getting an inside look at the show because it's not just a show about properties, it's actually a show about investing too. Jameson Manwaring is here with us. How you doing?
Hey, doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Let's first talk about Neighborhood Ventures before we get into the show, because this is something that everybody can get involved in, and it's investing in property, right?
Yeah, that's right. We started here in Arizona about 4 years ago. We do commercial real estate projects, so apartment buildings, retail centers. We're kind of a traditional developer, but then we've opened up the investing to everybody through crowdfunding. So you do it online. So our last project had 350 investors, investing a few $1,000s each.
Yeah, and so do you cap it off at a certain amount of investors, or is my money going to be working for me with the different investors?
With crowdfunding, we have an amount we're going to raise, and then sometimes we raise it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a few more weeks. So it just depends on how many people get involved in it. You can kind of see how many people have invested in it, so it's really transparent.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing right now because, you know, the stock market's down this year. A lot of people want to diversify some of their assets and put it in real estate. Real estate's a lot more steady traditionally than the stock market. And so a lot of people are ready for us to do our next project so they can put some money in real estate.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some of the properties that you have. One is the Country Club one. Is it already funded, already going?
Yeah, it's already funded. Our renovation is about 90% of the way there. And this is unique because this was a hotel in Mesa that was not being ran really well, but it had 120 rooms that all had kitchens.
Wow.
And there's a big shortage in Mesa for housing. And so we decided to buy the property and convert this suite hotel into apartments. So we're in the process right now working with the city of Mesa to bring these 120 apartments on the market, and we're renovating it, making it really nice so that we can add additional housing to the market.
Man, that looks really cool. I mean, and yeah, look at that. I would live there. That's awesome. So,
yes.
All right, what is the Eldon one?
So then Eldon is actually in Flagstaff, and this is a 16 unit apartment building, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Flagstaff, there's not a lot of real estate available up there. It's kind of a landlocked place. So when we had the opportunity to buy Eldon, you know, it hadn't been renovated in like 30 years, so it needed a good upgrade. We're in the process of upgrading it right now, and people will start moving in the next couple months.
Yeah, and then Williams.
And then Williams is also in Mesa, and that's a 20-unit building, kind of near the light rail extension there. You know, downtown Mesa is kind of this area where we're seeing a lot of great growth. So we went into a neighborhood, the buildings were a little run down, and now that we renovated our building, a lot of the other folks in the neighborhood are sprucing up their buildings, and it kind of gets the trend going in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about this, is that you guys are bringing back the community with the communities, because that's who's mostly investing in this. Probably people who live around the neighborhood, like, great, someone else is putting this up, I don't have a lot of money to do it. And so that's what you guys do.
Yeah, and you know, a traditional real estate developer, we have to go out to New York or Boston to raise money. And then if you're an Arizona resident, you're sending your money out to New York or Boston to be managed.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is saying, hey, keep your money in Arizona. Don't send your money to the East Coast, and put it in a local project.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, that's where the show comes in now. Yeah. So this is kind of neat. You guys have been working on this for a while. So tell us a little about the show and what we're going to see.
So since our investors want to be a little bit more involved, and they can actually drive by the buildings and keep a good pulse on what we're doing, we decided to start doing the show to give an inside look into all the projects. So we go through, we show the renovation updates, we show the good progress that we're making in different areas, and since, you know, one's in Flagstaff, one's here, and we do have investors outside of Arizona too, so they can watch the show and get a good idea of what's happening. Yeah. And then if people are interested in investing, they can get a really good idea of what kind of work we do. Yeah,
that is really cool. And right now, like, the home shows and following them are in, so it's great that you're coming here to Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock, that you'll be on. And it is an hour, half hour now. What do we?
Half hour.
Half hour.
Yep.
Half hour, and you can check it out. And then you'll teach them a little bit about investing in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you should understand what you're investing in. And so we talk about how apartment buildings are good investments, how they generate revenue, how to avoid risk. So it's a great experience to start with a few $1,000s, kind of learn as you go,
Yeah.
and then what we find is our investors, they end up investing more every time, and it's a great kind of progress of education.
Cool. All right. Well, it is Neighborhood Adventures coming this Saturday, 9 a.m. on AZTV 7. But tell them your website where they can go to find out more about investing and getting involved.
Yeah, so our website's neighborhood.ventures, so it's not .com, neighborhood.ventures. And you can also find us on all the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and you can follow what we're doing there.
Right. Neighborhood Ventures. I said Adventures. Neighborhood Ventures. There you go. Thanks, Jameson.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Stick around. We got more mix right after this.